Hello everyone, this is Mona Rahimi, a certified grief recovery method specialist. I have started to do these series of educational and informative videos on identifying loss, on processing grief, and on recovery, which is getting better. I'm posting them on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Mona GRMS, Grief Recovery Method Specialist, Rahimi, Rahimi. And if you subscribe, you can have easy access to all these videos and to the future videos. I recently did a video about these three subjects and how they all relate to each other and how we can process them. This video is a shorter version, and I would like to concentrate on recovery. Grief Recovery Method Institute says that grief is a normal and natural reaction to loss. When we experience loss, um, we are grieving. Our heart is broken. And as grievers, we need to be heard. Unfortunately, society um, does not like sad emotions. People don't like sad emotions. They don't know what to do with sad emotions. And that's why society is so ill-prepared about loss. And there's some informations out there, and when you experience a loss, you are given these advices that are not helpful at all. In a massive house fire, I lost my son, and to save him, I almost died. And I experienced this traumatic event, and I was given all these advices at that time, and because I didn't know better either, and I didn't know how to process grief as well. So when people tell you that you need to be strong and not to cry, you think that that's it. That's the prescription for recovery, and so you keep pushing down your emotions and your sad emotions because you don't want to get labeled as weak, and we none of us like to be labeled. So this incorrect information needs to be replaced with correct information, knowing and becoming aware that these information are not helpful in processing our grief and in recovery. Another factor that I would like to actually mention and bring up is that you need to be very open-minded about grief recovery. You need to be courageous, and you need to, the courageous is the right word to use, not strength. You need to have the courage to take the step to become better, and you need to choose to do that, and to have the open-mindedness. When we, as children, we heard sometimes that, our mother would say, well, don't do that because your dad would get mad. Or, a lot of things that we said might have given the wrong impression to our children that somebody else is responsible for other people's emotions and reactions, and giving that kind of power. And so when we hear that, so if my actions are causing dad to react that way or become angry, then I can let other people's action decide how I'm gonna feel. I just want to give you an example. You're driving and somebody cuts you off. You feel unsafe, and you get upset, and you start you know, rolling down your window and saying all kinds of things, and maybe go in front of him and start driving a little slow to show him. Um, so you're allowing that person's behavior to react the way you're reacting. But you have the choice to react differently, saying to yourself, oh my God, that person made me feel very unsafe right now. And, um, I might have gotten into an accident, and you process that at that moment, and then you can move on. Because that way, the other way actually will let you stay upset the whole day, maybe. And the other way, you're not allowing somebody else dictate how you're going to feel and how you're going to process. We believe in grief recovery that um, we have 1% responsibility, and it's a lot more than 1%, but we just want to say 1% because it's easier um, to act differently. We think that this is a small key that open a big door, although it's small, but it fits in and it opens that door for you to give you that open-mindedness. Um, there's this. I would like to read this from my favorite book that I actually show in all my videos. It's the Grief Recovery Handbook. Um, it's maybe a little bit complicated, but I read it slowly so it will make sense to you. As children, we could not change the actions of parents and other adults. Sometimes, after our childhood, we may become aware of events that happened before we had the power to change them. We must take responsibility for our current reaction to what happened in the past. Otherwise, we will forever feel like a victim. It is bad enough that horrible things happen to us, then it becomes worse when we ourselves sustain and recreate the pain through our own memories. And unfortunately, we're not taught the correct skills to complete the pain that is caused by these memories of long ago events. So what it says is that something has happened in the past, some behavior of our parents. We can change that in ourselves. We can allow ourselves to get better, and we can recover. We another process in recovery is that we believe that we have undelivered emotions and communications. I wish that I had said I love you to Grandpa before he died. I wish I had gone on that trip with my dad before he passed away. All these unfinished deliveries of emotions, of communications. You need that you can communicate these to the person, or whatever the situation, whatever the loss is. And there's a lot of hopes, dreams, and expectations that you lost when you experience a loss. These hopes, dreams, and expectations are attached to the original loss. Like when I lost my son, seeing him grow up was the hope, dream, and expectation, and a lot of other hopes that I lost, and that was attached to that original loss. So we have that as well. And we almost feel that things have ended differently, better, or more. So we are dealing with that as well. So to be able to recover, we have to finish all these unfinished relationships with our loss. Is it possible? Yes, it is doable. I had some really tough memories about my son that whenever I thought about them, um, it made my heart cringe and um, very, very difficult to deal with. After I went through this program, the Grief Recovery Method program, I was able to have those memories. They became bittersweet. They actually become bittersweet and they become fond memories that from time to time I have them. And instead of um, that, cry that I used to have when I remember them, it puts a smile on my face. So it is possible. Um, you're not here to forget. You're here to process, finish your undelivered emotions and communications, and that's when you can move on. You can call me or email me. My email address is Mona Rahimi, grm at gmail.com. Or you can call me at 818-458-4054. We can have a conversation about um, what I can do for you and how I can help you and how that will make you feel. And if you find that helpful, then we can take the next step. Um, Recovery is possible. Thank you so much for watching, and be safe out there.